What is actually going on right now? Am I actually seeing this? Is this real life? I actually can't believe what I'm seeing right now. These boxes are filled with so much stuff. It's almost impossible to think back to where it all began. It's hard for me to comprehend how making videos in my mom's kitchen at 18 years old has literally turned into this. Anybody can do this. You don't need a fancy education. You don't need a college degree. Anyone with an idea or the passion and motivation towards a goal can achieve any measure of anything that you see out there in the world that somebody else has. How many reels did you scroll through to find this one? 5? 50? How much time do you spend doing this on your phone and watching other people achieve everything that you want to achieve? I don't have a course to sell you to help you get the same thing, and I don't have the secret either, but what I do have is these words. An old friend of mine, Iman Ghazi, in 2017, he wrote, "Excited for the shoot, bro. When I was 19 years old and competed for the first time, he was the guy to record my first ever show. 16 years old, he knew what he wanted and he went after it. And now you know him for the man he is today, buying private jets for 50+ million, giving back to his mom for raising him the way that she did, buying her Rolexes and taking her on shopping sprees. Is this not something you wish you could have? Does it not make you angry knowing that this isn't the life that you lead and someone else is out there living your dreams?" I don't know how many more motivational videos you're gonna have to watch before you get it, but bro, anyone can do this. 2025 is just around the corner and it is never too late. So get to work. And we are back at home in the office. What's going on, guys? Brandon Hardin here. Hope you're having a great day. It is the 19th of December, only 6 days until Christmas. We actually just did a little like apartment Christmas with my dad in the living room. We had this like fire on the TV. It was really festive. We all got each other presents. It was really cool. And one of the presents I got George was actually something I got for myself as well, because it was just too sick. So it's in this box right here, and yes, it's pretty sizable, like a lot of things in my life. I'm not gonna show you George. I'm not going to delete this part. I'm not going to show you George just yet. You might have seen it in the background, but I'm going to unbox it right now and show you what it is. But it's a massive upgrade to the office. Also, hope you didn't mind the intro to the video. I really wanted to go to the warehouse. Like, we had so much to do. So the plan was to like go there for the entire day to do a few things. We ended up going to the warehouse and doing everything we didn't plan to do because there was a few like stock issues. We've been sold out essentially of a few things on the store for a long time. And there was boxes like kind of hidden off to the side that should have been accounted for that weren't. So I was there, or me and Stu were there, and we were just like counting all the products so we had an accurate stock count to put back live on the store, which is now available to get. It was like all the wrist straps we bought back, winter white, purple and red, the winter white lever belt in medium, which is one of our best selling belts that was out, but we actually had 21 of them just in a small box. Those might be gone by the time this video goes live, but nevertheless you can get one if there is some. Another thing I went to the warehouse to do was the intro to this video, which was uploaded as a reel already. I really wanted to go to the warehouse to film something that was like the emulation of how easy it is to do something like this if you want to do it. I use the word easy very, very lightly because obviously it has been 4 years of building Hardbody. We didn't just accidentally have one of the best Black Fridays, well, the best month over Black Friday we've ever had as a business ever by accident. And it has been an accumulation of microscopic small tasks turning into bigger tasks completed, then compounding over time almost like a domino effect. And the dominoes are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, kind of just like that film Robots, you know, the animation film where like Big World is held off like in his retirement place and the dominoes keep on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That is pretty much how it's been for Hardbody over the last 4 years. So I don't mean easy as in like, oh, it's just come out of nowhere and we've accidentally fallen on this. When I said in the video, anyone can do this, I mean anyone that cares. Anyone that gives a shit about achieving something in their life, you have to try. You also have to be pretty hardened in the sense of you have to be willing to accept defeat in so many realms to find success in the singularity that you will find success, because in 1,000 things you might try, one singular decision might be the reason that your idea, your brand might sprout into a company, that the company that you already have that's like already like fully fledged and running might have its big break and actually explode, or it might just be a switch of mindset. You might be in the mindset right now of it's absolutely impossible and I can't do this because I have this idea but I don't think people are going to believe in it, or I want to start going to the gym but I think people are going to laugh at me. It's just a single switch of mindset which can be the difference between doing something you don't like and living miserably to doing something you don't like for a period of time, knowing it's just a stepping stone in the bigger journey of your life. Man, I'm just fucking, this whole video is just a fucking speech, isn't it? The reason I wanted to go to the warehouse as well was to film this because I thought back, I was having a conversation with my girlfriend in bed the other night and she was like, oh, like Iman Ghazi. I was like, no way. Like that's the guy that filmed my video literally years ago, and he was such a nice guy and he was so young and I couldn't believe he was so motivated at such a young age. I saw him as just a freaking kid, and now he's a multi-millionaire doing the things he's doing for his friends and his family and stuff. And I just find that really motivating, and it does show that, you know, he's the top of the food chain in terms of success. He went from nothing, being broke, him and his mom struggling, to literally buying like private jets. If you even achieved 5% of the success of that, you would be living a very fruitful, easy life where you can probably pay off your mom's mortgage or buy your dad a car or whatever your goals and your dreams are. You'll be able to do these things, even if you get 5% of the success of this guy. And I'm just using him as reference, obviously. I could have picked anyone out there. Arnold Schwarzenegger. He literally went from bodybuilding to being like an actor to a governor. Now we got Chris Bumstead, who literally started off getting his pro card in bodybuilding at 21, then winning 6 classic Olympia titles, finishing off with bodybuilding just for the hell of it. And now he's going into entrepreneurship, buying companies left, right, and center, making millions just off the back of being a bodybuilder and making videos, which sprouts from the foundation of following a freaking passion. Do you get it? Is it starting to make sense? It's like you watch these videos, you watch me, you watch whoever else you subscribe to, and we're literally showing you exactly how to do it. You just have to give a shit and know that, like, I could do that because they're doing it. Like, we can all do it. I hope somebody that's watching this video right now becomes an entrepreneur, starts a business, does something. That's all I want these videos to be. Sharing my journey from the age of 18 years old up until now, starting off making videos in my mom's kitchen at 18 years old, to sharing the entire journey of bodybuilding, being ridiculed for being a YouTube bodybuilder, and then achieving a pro card, and then spending my entire bank account, £24,000, on the beginning of a company called Hardbody, and then we just sold like 2,600 units in the past 30 days. Yeah. Let's open the box. Got my pink Stanley knife. And there we have it, a Shopify counter. I've wanted one of these for 1.5 years. What else we got? Oh my God. Oh, this is so sick. Freaking look at this thing. If you turn it upside down, these are like flicky things that like turn when you make a sale. This counts essentially up to 99,999 sales. Now we're not there yet, but the dream one day would be to get the 7-digit counter, because this is the 5-digit obviously, but they have the 7-digit for obviously like up to 9,999,000 orders and the rest. I can't wait for the day that this hits 99999. We're gonna put them underneath like the frame right there, side by side. So it's literally gonna be like Wolf of Wall Street, watching the stock market like every single morning. What would be really cool is if you had multiple companies, because in the middle of 2025, I am gonna be releasing a spin-off from Hardbody, because obviously Hardbody is clothing and equipment. We want the Hardbody Group, which is the holding company for my businesses, that has endless potential to grow in different metrics. And I do want to be, I want Hardbody, like my last name. My dad literally gave me the name Harding. I mean, it's pretty obvious why my company's called Hardbody. With equipment being the first product that Hardbody had before clothing, it was to keep your body secure, like a hard body. But then it just evolved and became a name that like carried so much more weight, and it wasn't just about that. It actually carried the weight of the slogan, which is yours to make, which is you have the power to make anything out of your own life. When they're all set up, I want to show you this stuff, which is also investments into the company, stuff to display the products. Because obviously when you do have a brand, you need to be able to display what you're trying to sell in the most effective way possible and create actually, oh, that was close, and create almost eye-catching ads to run on Google or Meta or post on Instagram, or have things for material for your athletes to post. That is actually good. I'm fully aware that this is a very different style of video as well. Like, I've never made like a business video before. It's always been about like bodybuilding or going to the gym or like my regular day, where I'll just touch on some of this stuff. But I really wanted to just like break down kind of the truth behind going from an idea in my dad's bedroom, like I literally made the logo in my dad's spare room, to making well over £1 million. And this is pretty much what I spend 90% of my day doing if I'm not eating food or going to the gym or spending time with my girlfriend. This is what I do for work. Right, so I've literally just plugged in power, and as you can see now, it's like flicking to reset every individual like space. As you continue through the setup process, all 5 eventually will be black and white, and then your counter will be ready to sort of like completely go. Oh my God, all right, so we just put them on the wall, and these look, we're literally in the Wolf of Wall Street freaking office. This is how they're looking. Like above I'm gonna put some stuff above there as well. I was thinking about putting the YouTube plaques, like the 1,000,000 and the 100,000. This is just like the counters, the card, and then the 1,000,000 plaques with like a frame in between. It's gonna be really anticlimactic if this doesn't work for whatever reason. If there's like a countdown, your account will be activated in 48 hours or something like that. Well, I'm gonna be really exposing myself, aren't I? Because you're gonna see the total amount of sales we've ever made in the past 3 years, by the way, because the first year the website was hosted like for an entire calendar year on a different holding. Like we use Shopify now, obviously. Could have guessed that. I'm just rambling because I'm really excited about this. Literally wanted these for a year and a half.
Because we're on step 2, we've done 2 stripes.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Exactly. It's probably like 5 times.
You got the password?
Lowercase e. So
Wait, look at that.
5, are we done? I think we're about to get to the end. It's all set up. We're about to press activate. 3, 2, 1, save. This is so freaking sick.
There you go, mine's done. Yours is coming.
Holy crap. Obviously now, in the past 3 years, 17,675. And George, by the way, just started Tenacity and is already at 309 orders. And each order, by the way, is usually like 3 or 4 products. So like, it's crazy. Like this is crazy. So happy with these. This isn't an ad, by the way. So when you guys make orders in the future, I'll literally know right away in real time. And from today, all orders are receiving 3 custom Hardbody stickers and a lanyard. So I hope you enjoy your future orders. And this is gonna be super sick for me to watch whenever you guys do make one. We have some white card. Now, the significance behind white card might not seem too interesting, but we got a grey one on the way as well because of the fact that we need a proper white wall backdrop. Always, I'm using Photoshop, removing backgrounds for things, and it's really hard because there might be detail in the background. Grey as well, because I'm about to create some really cool ads with the other stuff that I just ordered too. First, we have a turntable. This is like a rotational device, so whatever you put on it, you can turn around. Obviously, this surface wasn't big enough, so I bought a massive black metal disc to essentially put on this to display what it is that I want to rotate. We have a smoke gun, like a fog machine. So if a pair of wrist straps is right here, let me just go ahead and grab one. That would essentially be there, and then that would be rotating, smoke would be happening, and you get the picture. When you've gone on a product, you've clicked it, you want to see the front, the back. With this, you might be able to play a video and it will rotate, showing you all areas of the product so you know exactly what it is you're about to spend your hard-earned money on, because people like honesty. They buy into something they can trust, and that's why I've always tried to be 100% transparent on these videos. It's why I'm waffling about this company, because it is something that I spend the majority of my time doing. I'd love to just make videos in the gym, you know, lifting weights and all that sort of stuff, but that in my eyes is me like faking my life in a way, because that's not what I do all the time. I cook food. Yes, I eat protein. Yes, I go to the gym and I try to lift heavy weights, and yes, I want to build a physique to place well in a pro show when we start prep next year, because I'm going to break down like the off-season plan in a future video and when I plan to do my next show. It's going to be about 5 months until we start prep, so in the interim I'd like to show a part of my life which is what is the majority of it. Like, this is where I make so much of my income and I don't spend any of it. For the past 4 years, I've reinvested, continued to invest in this thing to force growth. I have enjoyed some of the profits like any normal person would, in the dividends, in the salary that I pay myself as an employee, as the CEO from the brand. Like, I don't allow myself to have access to the bank account that is Hardbody. I could transfer the entire funds right now, but that would bring my company value massively down. And it just shows weird transactions, which you really don't want when investors start to look into your company, when you look for investors and all this sort of stuff. Which leads me on to the next point of the beginning of the video, which was like, anyone can do this. When it comes to choosing your method of, you know, success, whatever it may be, it's important to not put all your eggs in one basket. I have multiple streams of income. In total, I have 4 different streams of income. We've got the social media stuff, we've got the YouTube revenue, we've got the sponsorships, we've got Hardbody, we've got all that different stuff. So my streams of revenue come from a different place. My sponsorships and the YouTube revenue put food on the table, pay for the dream car outside, allow me to invest even more so into the brand, and then having savings on top of that, as well as supporting the life I want to live, which is this apartment, the car that I drive, the gyms I go to, the food I eat, the countries that I want to travel to, all that sort of stuff. But I'm very, very careful with the money that I have because I allocate funds in a specific way that allows me to have enough to spend, enough to pay tax, enough to save, and enough to invest. You go to the gym, you train your muscles, you want to get big, you want to look a certain way, but you're not training your brain. You're not either reading books, which I don't like to do because it takes a lot of time and I'm dyslexic and the words don't go into my brain. Usually I replace words with what I think they are than what they actually are on the page, which that's the coolest thing ever. A lot of people utilize their fitness channels to just share what they do in the gym, and sometimes that's all people want to see. I've always wanted this channel to be more than that, to share my relationships, the ups, the downs, the gym life, the personal life, the travel life, the business life, all the things that I do in my life. Because at the end of the day, I'm the one that's going to look back on these videos when I'm old and grey, and I want to watch every facet of my life and enjoy it for every moment that it is and that it was. Yeah, let's set up a smoke machine. I should probably read the directions for the rest because this looks like it could go very wrong. Like, this is very weighty. So got the smoke machine working. The smoke, when this thing is attached to the tip of it, is so thick it looks exactly like dry ice. Like, I'm so glad I got this because as you can see by the visuals, it's obviously not got the right backdrop, but it looks so freaking clean on this turntable, and the smoke is I'm very happy with this. I've read the instructions as well. Like, the manual basically says to like not let the oil in it get super low so it doesn't burn out. With that being said, and that cool visual to sort of like, you know, end this video, because I feel like there's a lot that's happened in this. It would literally make my entire life to see one of you guys like start a business and to be like, hey bro, like I watched the video you posted 2 years ago, like in your office, like just rambling on about business stuff, and I actually went ahead and made something and it's made me this much, or I've made this many sales, or like this is my product and like this is how proud I am of it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm gonna head to bed soon. I'm sorry I made you wait so long. I said I was coming back with like some crazy consistency. Obviously I made 3 videos in a row and then I made you wait 2 more weeks, but it's only because over Black Friday we were just like actually freaking swamped. And know that if you see me less, I'm doing more. I love that quote. If you see me less, I'm doing more. But obviously that's no excuse. I should just show the more that I'm doing, right? If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, turn up notifications, subscribe if you haven't already because it really helps the channel grow. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.